This video is brought to you by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Hey, my name is Jobby, and finally, more Chinese cartoons. The Revoltech, or is it Revoltech? Ochaco Uraraka and the Figma Ochaco Uraraka are both from the popular anime/manga series My Hero Academia, which you don't have to watch or read to enjoy this review. Please don't leave me. And unlike the previous Boku no boys I've reviewed in the past, I have nothing but nice things to say about these little ladies.
We've got a report of criminal activity from South Africa. We're on route down, Mr. President.
And on the topic of pink Japanese things, experience Japan from the comfort of your own home with Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Tokyo Treat is a fun Japanese subscription snack box filled with rare Kit Kats, limited edition chips, noodles, and more of the latest Japanese treats. Tokyo Treat's theme for April is Sakura Night Snack Fest. No wonder the box has this lovely Yozakura, nighttime Sakura, box design. The theme changes month by month, which is also the case for Sakura Co., a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local snack makers all across Japan. Each carefully curated box is filled with traditional and seasonal snacks like mochi, dorayaki, manju, and much more. This Sakura shrimp senbei is especially tasty, and that all pairs well with the always included Japanese tea, Sakura hibiscus tea in this case. And you always get one piece of special Japanese tableware. For this month, it's this beautiful Sakura wagashi plate. Sakura Co.'s theme for April is Moonlit Sakura. This box's special Yozakura design is super classy. Each box includes a cultural guide booklet that features snack details, allergen information, and fun insights about Japanese culture. So get a special Sakura bonus item for a limited time if you subscribe to a multi-month plan, or use code JOBBY to get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat order and $5 off your first Sakura Co. order. Click the link in the description or scan these QR codes for more information. We're gonna start with the Revoltech figure because, simply put, it's a bit special. First of all, I'm missing the comic book aesthetic of those early Amazing Yamaguchi boxes. This box looks less comic booky and more outdated tech product, but the images are nice. The promo pictures did a great job at convincing me to pick this figure up, which you can also do through the link in the description, Hobby Link Japan affiliate link. Thank you very much. If the figure inside this box lives up to these gorgeous promo pictures at least a little bit, we will have a winner. And I'm glad to say that the painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. Now, before we dig right in, let's just get this out of the way. Kohei Horikoshi, the mangaka of My Hero Academia, is one of our modern masters of waifu design. Every single female in this godforsaken series is some flavor of turbo cutie.
Oh God.
To the extent that the lovely Ochako here isn't even my favorite design. That comes later. But even so, Ochako has a very appealing design, and this figure captures it perfectly. She's basically a Kirby Gijinka. So a criticism of the anime that I've come across is that it slimmed her down when compared to her manga design. This figure brings back a little bit of that pudge, even featuring sculpted in wrinkles to emphasize her love handles. I'm not body shaming, quite the opposite. I quite prefer a little meat on the bone.
Situation is developing and not in a good way.
And no hate to the amazing Yamaguchi Katsuhisa, but I'm glad Revoltech ditched that aesthetic when it came to this figure. The exaggerated musculature and the mangled proportions would not have looked right with this character. So whoever sculpted this figure and those future MHA figures, big props for reining it in. The proportions are still somewhat stylized when compared to the manga, but not completely Rob Liefeld. She still looks like she came right out of the screen, if only. And that's especially true of the face. The face sculpt is so good that it makes the Revoltech Deku look uncanny in comparison. We need a Deku 2.0 at this point, or I'll be forced to crawl back to Bandai. Too late. Just a beautiful translation of Horikoshi's art style to a 3D sculpt. She's kawaii as ever. Even features the iconic pony snout that everyone in the series has. Don't ask me why I call it a pony snout. I don't have a DeviantArt. The sculpt gets even better with these alternate faces. Remove her bangs, and her face naturally pops off, and you can replace her face and or her bangs. This one doesn't have her hero gear. Both hairs look great, but I'm gonna go with the gear. So, in addition to this lovely neutral face, you get an incredibly charming laughing face, an open mouth smile, a bombastic side eye, a sussy side eye, and an intense angry face. Depending on when and where you bought this figure, you also get this about to puke face, which is how some of you feel about My Hero Academia. You're wrong, but that's legal.
I like what you're doing, you sick son of a bitch!
I didn't get that face, but I wish I did. As for why she's about to puke, she sucked too many enemies. That's a Kirby reference, not whatever you were thinking, baka hentai. I'm surprised she doesn't have a teary-eyed face. Would have looked great alongside that upcoming Toga figure. She really is the cutest in the world. As for her other accessories, you get a few alternate hands. Pop these off to replace these fists with these open hands. Features sculpted in fingernails, but they missed an opportunity for colored fingertips. Come on, Kaiyodo. You also get an extra open hand for some reason. A thumbs up, very nice. And just one chopping hand. Oh, she does know gunhead martial arts, so maybe it's related to that. You also get a set of wires and rocks. Those connect with each other, and that plugs into these arm bulbs, which recreates her actual quirk, the ability to make anything and anyone float. Georgie. She's about to slam these rocks into your head for having it in the gutter, you baka hentai. And on the topic of making her float, you get a stand that sucks absolute ass. I pray to Primus this is just my copy, because an issue like this is inexcusable. Luckily, I bought a separate set of stands by Good Smile Company, the Shinpuru Stando, which works perfectly fine with this figure and has the same exact functionality. Hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, swivel. She looks fantastic in the air, she looks fantastic in general, but does she feel as good as she looks?
My iconic Sustar is going through the roof, bro. We gotta hurry. What does the scouter say about his power level? It's a lot. Oh my god, he's not like us!
Revoltech has let me down in the past when it came to stability, especially their My Hero Academia stuff. As much as I'd like to involve some sticky stuff here, there's no need. Right out of the box, the figure is solid. The joints are fluid but tight, allowing you to effortlessly and joyously get her into some dynamic poses. Removing her face gives you a look at how her neck works. Ball joint, and a ball joint at the base of the neck gives her head an insane degree of rotation. Can look up that far, look down that far, and some side to side. And every ball joint can be a swivel. It is tricky to get her giraffe neck to look natural, but not impossible. Rotation at the shoulder, somewhat of a butterfly joint, arm moves out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, hinge joint at the ladle, swivel at the wrist, hinge joint at the wrist. The chest, just like the neck, has an insane degree of articulation, along with the waist. Gives you a ridiculous crunch, a beautiful arch, some side to side, and every ball joint can be. Rotation at the leg, can rotate a full 360. She got a beautiful spread. Gives you a good look at those hinge joints. Thigh swivel, bend at the knee, ball joint at the boot. Every ball joint can be a toe bend, and this ankle joint felt a little bit mushy out of the box. So I just heated that up for a little bit, popped it out, and reinserted it. Now it's as snappy as a swivel should be, which of course acts as a ridiculous pivot. All this time, I thought the ridiculous proportions of amazing Yamaguchi were necessary to accommodate the ridiculous amount of articulation. But this figure shows that you can still have a normal looking sculpt while also having amazing posability. There's almost nothing she can't do. And getting her into these poses felt as free as playing with Play-Doh, but without the residue. If you're careful. Size comparison time. Here's Figma Ochaco Uraraka, Haya Toys Godzilla, the Magic Square Light of Peace. My previous review, the Kang Toys King Lion and the Sirius. And my previous My Hero Academia Revoltech figures. While she is a bit small for her price, she's at least to scale with her kinda maybe boyfriend. Stay mad, shippers. And I'll stay glad because this figure is amazing. Do you Mewtwo's plush, by the way. Get it before April 19, link in description. Once it's gone forever. Put in your... What a great start to Revoltech's future. You goddamn well know that I'm getting both Toga and... Oh boy. And now let's talk about the other Ochaco, which I got so long ago that it's out of stock everywhere. Go, man. It's a shame since the Figma Ochaco Uraraka is pretty good. Out of the box, I can't help but get a wave of nostalgia, seeing as my channel was practically built on Figma reviews. Why do you think Figma Anime is in every damn video? Gothica review whenever I do Peruko. You get a similar set of accessories as you do in all Figma figures, including this lovely baggie that you could use to store everything, including your weave. But we'll put this off to the side for now because the painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. She's more Season 1 when compared to the Revoltech Season 500. There's some slight proportional differences, like the arm bulbs being a bit smaller, and her everything being smaller. Remember what I said about the pudge? If the Revoltech was manga accurate, then the Figma is anime accurate, and in desperate need of a sandwich. Her legs are practically sticks. But again, she doesn't look bad or inaccurate in the slightest, especially that head sculpt. I'd say this is just as appealing as the Revoltech. Unlike the Figma Deku, rest in peace, who look like a completely different character, this is definitely Ochaco. And again, you could remove her bangs and her face to accommodate for only 2 alternate faces. But being a cheaper figure, I guess that's not a problem. Doesn't matter anyway, you'll never buy it. Is anyone even watching anymore? But unlike the Revoltech, her hero gear is attached to a whole separate head. It's as simple as popping it off, and on the off chance you break anything, you get a spare Figma joint that's actually not compatible here with the fuck, and a spare set of bangs. Thanks. The extra joint's actually for the elbow, but who cares? And the Figma actually includes the visor, which is even removable. According to the instructions. Yeah, this isn't coming off anytime soon. So, in addition to her neutral face, you get yet another incredibly charming laughing face, and not as intense angry face. When it comes to pure expressiveness, I gotta give it to the Revoltech. But the sculpting on the Figma is not bad at all. Also features the iconic pony snout. As for her other accessories, you get a set of hands, also connected to a convenient tree. Pop them off to replace these fists with these open hands. God damn it, couldn't they just have grabbed the brush and ... Guess I could always do it myself. Another thumbs up, very nice. And before you can say deja vu, you get a pair of grabby hands with nothing to grab. Maybe she can grab Deku's arms when he tries to flick her tits. She's got her own rock, which you can attach to this thin plastic assembly, and using this clip that attaches to the included Figma stand, which actually functions. Hinge joint, swivel, and that just plugs into the figure's back, allegedly. Maybe this alternate stand tip works better? No. I'm having bad luck with stands today. Yada yada does it. She looks great in the air, as you'd expect, and she also feels great, mostly. Virtually just as solid and fluid as the Revoltech figure, but not quite as posable. Once again, taking off her face gives you an idea of how the head works. Ball joint there, hinge joint here, and every ball joint can be. Kinda easy to get her neck bent out of shape, but not too hard to correct it. Ball joint at the shoulder, which allows for rotation, and a slight butterfly joint. R moves out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hinge joint here, hinge joint at the ladle, ball joint at the chest that doesn't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon, hopefully. Ball joint at the waist allows her to crunch that far and gives her a pretty good arch. Some side to side, and every ball joint can be. Ball joint at the hips allows for rotation. This dipey assembly is flexible enough to get out of the way, which gives you a full 360 rotation. Slight thigh swivel, a bit of those bend at the knee, very limited swivel at the boot, and nothing at the ankle. Posability's not bad at all. I'd even say that it was amazing if she had an ankle joint. Oh, and also the Revoltech figure exists. No contest. Size comparison time. Madaka Godzilla Prime. The Figma Deku, I bought a new one, shut up. And my previous review, the Revoltech Ochaco Uraraka. On her own, this figure's great. But the Revoltech, with her posability and pudge, is my hero. Academia? The fuck is this? Haven't even been to Area 51 in 50 years, though I have thought about it.
Area 51? We're from the IRS. You're not legally allowed to say anything nice about this character. Check the wiki, you see him!
First of all, time skip. And second of all, I know I've been a little goony in the past when it comes to my girl reviews, but now that I'm older, my hormones aren't what they used to be. It doesn't work as well. You gotta give me credit, right? I kept it in my pants in this review, mostly. But even if I did go beast mode, it wouldn't freaking matter.
Choose your next words carefully.
Cartoon characters, let alone action figures based on those characters, don't have human rights. Go stop actual crime, you self-righteous Twitter fuck.
How did you know?
Thanks for your support this month, and a big thanks to all my members and patrons. I'm gonna shout out my high-tier members, but you mid-tier members will scroll on screen. You're not mid to me. Starting with my leader class members: Squardzilla, TL Thompson, Depressed Tomioka, Jonathan Coco, God of Odd Daleks, Kieran Hurley, Shit-Ass McDingus, Sin of Wrath, Foxhead, The Uncle Show, Mothman, Gay Emma, Super Duper Boy, Cognaros, Puppy Nickel, Drummer Boy 0130, Cam After Dark, a random YouTuber, Kamui, Crazy Dia 64, Mayday, Papa Maku, The Crazy Minnesotan, Breakaway TA, Joseph Leroy, Kana Candy, Saber Redfin, Archeon 5, Melania Blada McKella, Dim Sum Garbage, SSJ Brawley 2001, Dan, Autism Guy, Astro B057, Toy Scourge TV, Luxana, Kamen Rider KFP, and Jonas RT. As for my Triple Kiss patrons, Rockin' Coop, Sane Madman, Zoe Amaura, Kenneth Smith, Josh Suruda, User Kier, Atom Boy, Blueberry, Melania Goddess of Rot, Ian, the Rukiri Savage, Midori, Deathy Dash, Lol Attack, Baron Zep, A Small Cookie, B-Fast 2000, Mama Munix, Brian Denna, Kong Meng, Caleb Horton, Jonathan Coco, Zach Carney, Delta Vortex, Incinerator 4444, Mr. Jaxo, Fate, Ponies Network, Austin Sabatino, Tropic Panda, Tiger Boy, Z Naki Art Z, Smithy Killer, Tarn the Robot Layer, Morris Voices, Gorgangus, Cam After Dark, Dim Sum Garbage, That's Katsuragi Bitch, Nozarashi Kenpachi, Not Modding 21, Cognaros, The Blue Pixeling Entertainment, Proxy Fox, Luxy Day, 12 Acre Sunshine, Scarlet Scout, Artist 101, Harry McStrange, Josh Montemayor, Nathalia Munoz, Mighty Snack, Ken Rodman, The Gaming Demon, Jur, Striker 374, Mingy Caesar, Mr. Jenkins, Weed Horse Theo, and Michael McLaughlin. Thanks for watching. Look forward to more reviews next month. I look forward to next week's Failbox. Use my hashtag on Twitter to be featured on stream. Sorry for making you visit the internet's insane asylum.
I love minorities!